And we're back. And it's the 35th of I Eat, I Read, I Watch. My column highlighting a solo dinner and my reading and watching accompaniments. Don't just eat alone. Dine solo. You're worth it. Not hard to do. So this is a little different because this is all about things I'm not eating, reading, or watching. So I'm not yet eating Asparagus Vichyssoise. Regular readers of my blog will know of my June asparagus pilgrimage to a Niagara Region farm owned by friends. I pack my car full of green gold and prepare it daily for a couple of weeks. To eat it at this time of year, though, would seem as wrong to me as stuffing with gravy in the summer. But it's never too early to start thinking about next season. Here's a recipe I love. Begin by blanching the tips of 2 pounds of asparagus. Just the tips. Just 1 minute. Then chill them under icy water and get them into the fridge. You're going to love them as a garnish. Then melt 2 tablespoons of butter in a large saucepan and saute 3 chopped leeks for about 5 minutes. Just the tender bits. You can leave the heavy greens for your next stock. Add the chopped asparagus stalks, half a pound of chopped potatoes, Yukon Gold are best, but I used the small red ones this time. 2.5 cups of chicken broth, 2 cups of water, and a sprig of thyme. Bring it to a boil and reduce to simmer for 15 minutes. Pull the leaves off the thyme sprig. Be careful, you're likely going to burn yourself. Discard the stalk and get your immersion blender in there for a long whirl. Once it's smooth, add 1.5 cups of milk and salt and pepper to taste. You can serve it chilled with the asparagus tips chopped up on top and perhaps a little drizzle of your favorite flavored oil. I used chili crisp this time. Prep time, about 45 minutes maybe, and then of course time to chill. Origin, everything here can be Ontario produced when the season is right. And that's the thing, if you only eat veg in season, then it doesn't travel long distances and come from foreign farmers. I'm going to try a few asparagus plants in my yard this year, although I will never give up my pilgrimage. Cost, about $20 if I had to guess, and there's 10 servings in there. If you're waiting for an item to eat in season again, make sure you add it to the comments section of my blog. What am I not reading? Well, the TBR beside my bed. Honestly, if I stopped ordering, buying, and picking books out of little libraries now, I'd still be reading the unread books in my house for a decade. There are currently 5 books on my table that I'm partway through and will finish. Well, maybe not the Elizabeth Gilbert book. I'm on the fence there. Then there are 20 books in the active TBR, or to be read pile, on the side of my bed with the alarm clock. These are the ones I think there's a reasonably good chance I will one day read. Then there's about another 20 sitting on a shelf on the other side of my bed, some of which I've owned for 15 years or more, that I aspire to read. I'm not even thinking about the ones upstairs in my bookcase that look good but are really just that, showpieces. And then people keep writing new books that for my own interest and because they're touted as important for memoirists to read. How the hell is a person supposed to keep up? Retirement may be the answer. Until then, I'll keep plugging away. One thing I have realized is that if a book doesn't grab me pretty much out of the gate, or if it requires too much work to read it, I'm not going to persevere, even if important or everyone else is reading it. There have been a few of those in the last while. There needs to be an element of enjoyment to the process, and I really don't need to feel stupid on my leisure time. If you've got a strategy for clearing the TBR, please share it in the comments on my blog. Finally, what am I not watching? Well, it's Christmas Eve as I release this to the world, and I'm not watching Christmas classics. Most people my age associate Christmas with watching classic movies. You know, Charlie Brown Christmas, Frosty, Grinch, Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, and so on. These evoke images of magical childhoods, People snuggled together wearing matching PJs, eating bowls of popcorn with fires burning and eyes glued on the family TV. That wasn't my Christmas. There was no TV. We didn't eat snacks, ever. We weren't a snuggly crowd. My mother had enough of open fires in her English childhood. We weren't allowed to wear night attire except in bed. And my father was blowing snow out of the laneway every hour that he wasn't milking cows or sleeping. In the years after I bought a TV, my father and I would engage in a cynicism-a-thon in which we would mock the saccharine offerings, while half watching them, of course. While those Christmas classics mean nothing to me, I do have a guilty affection for Love Actually, a modern-day classic. But that's about it. Instead, you will find me gathered around the radio listening to Fireside Al Maitland read The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry or Frederick Forsyth's The Shepherd. That's on tonight, and I can't wait. What are you watching this Christmas or listening to? Add it to the comments section on my blog. And thanks for watching.